Man, I don't know what went on this year. Like, towards the end of the year, I just wanted to watch more animated movies. And I watched my first ever animated tragic comedy film.
So I got a quick question. Is this an exclusive Patreon episode or is this a free to the public episode?
This is a free episode.
Okay.
Yeah, no Patreon on this
one. Just making sure. I need to know how I need to act.
Okay, so I'm JR.
And I'm Stacey.
And King Germ, bring us in.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy King Germ, one half of Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Each and every Friday, Queen Germ and myself drop an episode to show the people how Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Now, we're not like most married couples. Most of the time we disagree, but that's the beauty of the show. So, when you get through listening to Sparrows UnderReview, come give us a listen. Each and every Friday on any DSP, go look for Pod and Saved Our Marriage.
Wow, that was quick.
I know. I like the quick ones.
Yeah, so this movie, Robot Dreams, I started watching Wild Robot, and then I just started getting on a kick of watching movies.
With robots in them.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. What we did this year is we watched every movie that was part of the Best Animated Feature for the Academy Awards. So that's why this movie is important in that respect. I'm trying to make sure that I'm being factual when I say that real quick. So we've watched The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Robot Dreams, Spider-Man Across the Universe.
We haven't reviewed Elemental, did we? I don't think we talked about that.
I don't think we reviewed it, but I mean, it is what it is. And then there's only one other movie we haven't seen. It's called Nimana. And I'm about to click on it on Wikipedia and see what it is. Oh, it's on Netflix. So I'm probably not going to watch it.
We might catch that later. We're not going to make any guarantees.
Yeah. But basically, the prominent movies that made sense to me, we've watched them.
For 2023?
Yeah, for 2023's Academy Awards, or what people call the Oscar, which we know the winner was The Boy and the Heron.
Okay.
So with this one, Robot Dreams was a hard movie to come by. It was not initially released anywhere to me to get it like on not voice on demand, video on demand or anything like that. So I waited. So little history on this movie. This movie was premiered at the 76 Cannes Film Festival, which everybody knows that's a big film festival, in May of 2023. So that right there gets me going there.
Of how long it's been out?
Yeah, on how long it's been out. In Spain, it was released in December of 2023. And in France, it was released in December 27th, 2023. And the crazy thing for us, this movie did not come to the U.S. until May 31st of 2024.
Okay. That was North American distribution rights.
Right. Then on October 8th, it was available on DVD and Blu-ray. And it never made it to video on demand. I mean, it's available now. We were able to acquire this movie. So the great thing about this movie is the oddest thing about this movie. This movie has no dialogue.
Correct.
Whatsoever. And at first, this movie is one of those things that if you watch this movie, and I want to give a warning to every person, if you watch this movie, make sure you watch this movie under the purposeful context of that it has no dialogue.
Right.
It leaves a lot to your own interpretation. And sometimes I like my mind to work like that. Like, I assume certain roles in this movie that may not be privy to some, and it may hurt some feelings. And I got excited over this one because I have to say it was I hate to put a question mark on a movie. I don't know if it was a good or bad movie when it first started.
Right.
I'm seeing a dog and a robot, and I see a friendship relationship develop. I feel like a friendship turned into a relationship in my own interpretation of this.
Right. I can see that because I don't want to say it's weird, but I think it was just a different type of weird because, they have animals as your people.
Right.
But they don't talk. But they make noises. Like, because didn't we hear them laugh and...
Yeah.
Like, make random noises throughout the film.
Yeah, and over the course of a summer, they became inseparable.
Right.
And then they got a gesture where they actually held hands. And when they held hands, that's when I realized that they developed a relationship, because I am not talking about sexuality, but I'm going to say this about any friend I have, male or female. I've never held my male friend or female friend's hand, in any kind of capacity. Even, when we were little kids, we held hands to cross the street and stuff.
Right. And I mean, we're not judging you if you do that with your friends. That's to each their own on that stuff. But that's just your interpretation of it, which is fine.
Because once I hold your hand, you mine. If I reach across the board and I grab your hand, you mine. Like, that's how that goes with me. So that's how I took this. And not knowing the time frame of when this took place, I just figured it took place in the 90s or whatever. It took place in the 80s. Some want to say an exact point of like 1984 or something like that. It
says in 1980s Manhattan.
Yeah.
Is all that Wikipedia says. Like I said, we are over there on Wikipedia getting our information. Obviously, we're going to not say it word for word. So if you want details about it, you can head on over there.
Now, the movie is not a very long movie. It takes up just a little bit of time.
It took us 2 days to watch it, though.
Right. Well, just with the way that it works out, it fell under that
schedule.
That kind of category. So, they spend time together, dog and robot, and then they go on a beach and they get in the water. Now,
the first thing I thought was, oh no, don't get in the water.
Yeah, because I figured he was going to kill everybody by shocking him.
I thought he was going to short out, because, they got wire components and stuff like that. I didn't even think about the whole shocking everybody and electrocuting people, but it was a more of, you're going to fry your main board or whatever you call that thing.
Yeah, your motherboard.
Motherboard.
So, they have fun and then they fall asleep. Like, they sleep on the beach for like hours.
Right.
And I mean, like, it was into the nighttime and then woke up the next day type shit. And then dog and robot find out that the robot's been rusted and the robot can't move.
See, the only thing I dislike is that it doesn't tell us when they went to the beach.
Right.
Obviously, it was the last day of summer.
Right.
But are those summer months only 3 months?
Right.
Or was it until like maybe the end of August, the end of September? Like
a lot left to interpret.
Right. But I feel like that was kind of important to the aspects of how long he waited.
Right. And then here's my thing about the dog. If the dog knew this thing rusted, there's machinery that could have just pulled this thing out of the sand.
Yeah, but he didn't have access to all of that stuff.
He had money. He was living kind of...
But that was the thing, though. You saw him he tried to keep coming back. The only thing he didn't do was ask somebody for help before he went there. Like, he even tried to explain to the police officers, I think. But I don't know.
And then afterwards, it's like, dog just left his ass.
He had to.
Because he couldn't get back to him.
Right. They locked the gate.
But then the next thing that happens is some gangster ass rabbits come from out of nowhere, cut this motherfucker's leg off. Like, why they cut his leg off? I'm just like, everything we watch has something harsh to it. Like the little duck dying and wild robots, and then the father duck that tried to raise dude was killed. Like, some harsh realities in this stuff, and it kind of made the movie good.
So what the basis of the title of the movie is called Robot Dreams. So while he is stuck on the beach, he's dreaming of like different scenarios on how he gets back to dog.
Yeah. And
so that's the thing. I don't know if that rabbit was true or not, or if he was just dreaming about it. Like, did he really truly get his leg cut off, or was that part of the dream?
Well, all I know is a monkey gets on the beach and gets him and takes him to the motherfucking junkyard. Takes him to the junkyard, sells him to the alligator, and the alligator and his son just drop his ass in the junk pile. They're like, man, we ain't dealing with this.
Right.
They break the robot up.
Listen, all I've got to say is because if he keeps talking like this, he's going to give away the entire plot. And if I had to suffer through this, then y'all do too. So I'm going to need you to head on over and obtain this movie, however you obtain your movies, and give it a try.
And for being one of my end of the year movies, like it kind of works that good. If you watched it with Wild Robot and stuff, it gives you a good, like, it's a weird, like I could say this: if you're an animation fan, I would watch this. If you get to go to the movies and watch Lord of the Rings and then go watch Wild Robots, like, you got enough animated movies.
Right.
Is this movie a classic? Hell no. No.
Well, I mean, I feel like we need to watch it again so that way, because like now we understand it a little bit better. So maybe we can see things that we missed and actually figure out what was dreams, what was really happening, all of that type of thing. Or, we can cheat and just look it up or whatever. But I don't know.
Will this movie be a cult classic? Yes. It has enough obscurity to it that I could see, like, it's something somebody could catch on to. Because, like, how we're having an open discussion about it right now, and I'm going deeper and deeper into it. Maybe I'm really too much interested into this.
Probably.
Other people may have that type of interest because it leaves a lot of things up to question, a lot of things to decipher. So I would say that this will be a good challenging movie for a family, couples, or anybody like that to watch, and you all figure out the story of this movie.
Right. It is a good watch and talk, kind of. And like you said, watching the movie with somebody and then being able to discuss it either as you're watching it or after you're finished makes for good conversation. And if anybody would like to call in and let us know what they thought about it, we'll be more than happy to listen to you.
Yeah, no doubt in that. So what is your rating for this movie?
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to watch it one more time, but that's probably about it.
All right, so it doesn't go far for you.
It doesn't go far for me.
And I can understand. And different thinking patterns and different things can go with this movie. So before I sign off here, I'd like to thank everybody, and I want to thank the community of films for bringing movies out that are diverse like this.
Mm-hmm.
Something different. This was...
Right, and it's not like it's something that's been done before, so that's why I don't give it a bad review.
But you don't...
But I'm not going to give it a great review. Like, it was okay.
Okay, and I can run with that.
It was okay.
I can go with that. So on that note, I'm JR.
And I'm Stacey.
In the dead of night, when the world sleeps and shadows come alive, two voices rise to take you deep into the dark. Listen to They Mostly Pod at Night. Mostly, your weekly guide to everything horror. From bone-chilling movie reviews to spine-tingling discussions, and the creepiest topics that keep you up at night. Whether it's cult classics, hidden gems, or the latest screams on the big screen, they dissect it all, leaving no tombstone unturned. But beware. Their banter cuts as sharp as a slasher's blade, and their insights will haunt you long after the episode ends. So why do we love horror? What makes a scene unforgettable? And what lurks just beyond the edge of your mind? Tune in and find out, if you dare. Because they mostly pod at night. Mostly. New episodes every week. Subscribe now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your scares. In the dead of night, when the world sleeps and shadows come alive, two voices rise to take you deep into the dark. Listen to They Mostly Pod at Night. Mostly, your weekly guide to everything horror. From bone-chilling movie reviews to spine-tingling discussions, and the creepiest topics that keep you up at night. Whether it's cult classics, hidden gems, or the latest screams on the big screen, they dissect it all, leaving no tombstone unturned. But beware. Their banter cuts as sharp as a slasher's blade, and their insights will haunt you long after the episode ends.